Right, we're now going to look at trial and improvement, another sort of problem that if you're going to get a C grade you really ought to be able to do. So we need a calculator to do this. So I've got one beside me, rather good one actually on my iPad. I'll be using that in a moment. Basically we've got to try and find a value of x to one decimal place that gets me as close as possible to 80. Now usually you're given a starting point in a question, so you'll be given like an x value like this, and it might say start at 5. And there's a number of ways you can do this. You could work out the x cubed and the 5x separately. I think with modern calculators, and you'll only get this in a calculator exam, it's fairly straightforward to put this through the calculator, as I will show you. So when x is 5 then, and we're given that as a start, so you don't have to think that up yourself, you're given that as a starting point, we need to work out 5 cubed minus 5 times 5 to start with, and see how close to 80 that gets us. I'm going to bring my calculator onto the screen. Now I can see there's a bit of glare from the light, so I'll quickly go turn the light on. And you can now see the calculator. So it is 5, and then if I come across here, look for the x cubed button, most calculators have it, 5x cubed minus, I'll just check what my question was, minus 5 times 5. Now, my calculator starts to turn itself around, showing what it's been doing. I don't really like to do that. Slightly annoying. We'll go with it like this. It's now decided to come back. Right, minus 5 times 5 equals. So we've got 100, so 100 is too large. So I'll put, I'm simply going to write too large, because we want 80. So I'm going to drop down now into the 4s, so I'm going to say try 4.5 and see where that gets me. So I've got to cancel what's on the calculator, and I'll go back to start with 4.5. So 4.5 cubed minus 5 times 4.5, and we're now at 68.625. I'll write that in to the table. So 68 point, I can put it here, 68.625, and that's too small. So I'm now going to go up, I'm going to jump up to 4.7. I think I'm going to need to make it a bit bigger than 4.6 to get close. Bring my calculator back in. So we've decided to try 4.7. Just go back on this. So 4.7 cubed minus 5 times 4.7. And we'll hit equals, and that's 80.32. So we've got very close that time, 80.32. So write my answer in, 80.323. This was too large, but it's very close. Now this is likely to be the best answer in terms of how close I can get using a value of x to one decimal place, but I will just check the 4.8. So I get rid of my calculator, bring it in, so I'm going to try 4.8 cubed, 4.8 cubed minus 5 times 4.8. It's 86.592, so 86.592. That is too, now I did a stupid thing there actually. I really should have checked underneath 4.7 and not above, but we'll carry on with this. That's just a mistake on my part. We'll quickly put in 4.6 and find out what that comes to. So 4.6, and you've seen me do this many times, so I'm just doing 4.6 cubed minus 5 times 4.6, and that's 74, which is too small. Now, it was stupid of me to have done 4.8, let's just forget that. So the closest we can get, closest value of x that gets us as near as possible to 80 to one decimal place is x equals 4.7. Now students often go beyond that and try and do it to 2 decimal places, but the question asks for 1 decimal place only. And sometimes students put the answer of 80.323 in, and that's not correct either. So what you are basically saying is that 4.7 cubed minus 5 times 4.7 is approximately equal to 80. That's the closest you can get when you take x to 1, right, when x is taken to 1 decimal place. You can get closer, obviously, if you use 2 decimal places, but you're not required to do that at GCSE level. And that's that video complete.